So the Lions are now 10-1. The Chiefs are 10-1. They have gone about those records in different fashions. As Patrick Mahomes said after the game, it'd be nice to win without having to win on the final play of a game. Give credit to the Panthers. Bryce Young, I thought, handled himself admirably. The Lions, they continue to separate themselves in the NFC from blowing out people, but don't look too far ahead if you're the Lions because the Eagles are right behind you. The Eagles rolled over the Rams last night. Saquon Barkley had a wonderful game. And I was wondering about that. It's a quarterback-driven league. MVP is a quarterback-driven award. You have to go back a long time to Adrian Peterson when a running back won the MVP. So I thought, okay, after that performance by Saquon Barkley, standalone game, Sunday night, and what are his odds to win the MVP? If you said Josh Allen has better odds, you'd be correct. Lamar Jackson has better odds, you'd be correct. The third best odds are Saquon Barkley. So Josh Allen, I said it last week, it's his to lose, plus 150. Lamar Jackson, plus 275. Saquon Barkley, plus 500. Then it's Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes. Saquon Barkley is, I would say invaluable, but he is valuable to what we're seeing with the Eagles. I just don't know if you can define it. We know what a quarterback, an MVP quarterback, looks like and plays like. We forget what an MVP running back runs like or plays like. And Saquon Barkley should be second on this list in front of Lamar Jackson. I think the Eagles are a better team than the Ravens. I think Saquon Barkley has been a difference maker. They don't have to rely on Jalen Hurts, who can be sporadic. He can throw 20 times, but you have Saquon Barkley. Now, he's got a great offensive line. That's a really good team. And I think what's happening is we get caught up in looking at the Lions. We love the story of the Lions. We've already seen the Eagles in a Super Bowl. Don't forget about what the Eagles are doing. They are a really good team. I don't know if there's a great team. Lions would probably be on the cusp of that. I don't know if we have great teams, but we have some pretty good ones. And don't forget about the Eagles. So Saquon Barkley had a wonderful night. And it's one of those where, here we go, let's troll the Giants. Hey, Saquon Barkley, you couldn't use him, huh? Saquon would not be Saquon with the Giants this year. They're a bad team, might be the worst team in the NFL. We've said it many, many times. They made the mistake of doubling down on Daniel Jones, who's now free to roam. He can go anywhere he wants. And I know there was immediate speculation. Well, what if he went to the Cowboys and then had a couple of days to get ready for the Giants on Thanksgiving? And I go, I like it for content purposes, but I would think Jerry Jones would want to stay with Cooper Rush. Like, are you bringing in Daniel Jones just for one game? Because I would stay with Cooper Rush here. But, Cooper Rush played well yesterday. It was a wild game, crazy game, special teams nightmare for the Commanders. And do not do this, especially James in Virginia. Don't start being bummed out here. If I would have told you this is where the Commanders would be when the season started, you would have signed up for it, even with 3 losses in a row. They have played well. They have played competitively. And yes, was that a nightmare finish? It was. And they should have won that game. That's one of those games that we might look back on and say that cost them a playoff spot. Yes, Marvin.
Yeah, the front row, we're throwing a flag on that.
Whoa.
If you start out 7-2 and you don't make the playoffs, it'd be different if they were going back and forth. And they're, all right, they win here, they lose here. They win here, they lose here. But if you start out 7-2 and you lose 3 straight and you end up missing the playoff game, missing the playoffs by half a game or a game, you're going to be really disappointed.
You'll be disappointed. I'm saying don't be disappointed because your team is relevant. You found your quarterback. Your quarterback is banged up. Daniel Snyder is a distant memory. Got great uniforms. You got a young team. Dan Quinn's done a really nice job. Yes. Should you have beaten the Cowboys? Yes. That to me was an embarrassing loss from the standpoint of who Dallas didn't have. So you got a backup quarterback. You're missing so many players, and you can't beat them at home. But what a wild fourth quarter. So Greg Olsen will join us. He was on the call yesterday. He'll join us coming up next hour. All righty, Seton. Poll question for hour one is going to be what?
Well, we got one here from Paul. We, collectively as a country, should be talking more about ... fill in the blank.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be coming up. Because when you said we, I thought you were talking about a Fritzy and his Broncos.
We haven't gotten anything from Todd. I would imagine tomorrow, because tomorrow would be more like Tuesday, the Thursday, Todd, Thursday, Tuesday, pre-break.
They're the Denver pronouns because they were they,
Denver pronouns.
But now they're we.
It changes week to week.
Yes.
Essentially, it's we, except when I get really disappointed, like a last-second blocked field goal against a division rival.
Yes, Eden.
Could also put out there for a poll question, who's the worst good team?
Ooh.
We've done the best bad team. What about the worst good team?
Mm-hmm.
Commanders would certainly be in there. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Why don't we start checking off the nose?
Okay,
right?
so perceived good teams.
These are teams with a winning record, but you don't really consider them all that threatening, maybe.
Like the Niners would be in there.
No, I don't think they would be.
Because are they a good team? Wait, explain the definition again there, Paulie.
So if you have a winning record, but nobody thinks you're any good or threatening, hypothetically, here's one. Penn State football. They won 26-25 over Minnesota, and they're ranked 4th in the country.
Okay.
I don't think they're threatening for the national title, but they're going to the playoffs as of right now.
Okay.
They're a perceived good team that's non-threatening.
Okay, all right. Who else do you have there, Seton?
Well, let's see. If we look through the NFL, you could put the Falcons on there, right?
All right.
Let's see. What do you think about the Packers? I have them as we'll see.
They're a pretty good team.
The Lions are not on there, right?
No. How about the Texans at 7-5,
Yep.
coming off a loss to the Titans? People still like the Texans, but a lot of people off that bandwagon.
Who else, Seton?
C.J. Stroud might also be on my we collectively as a country should be talking more about C.J. Stroud's sophomore slump because he's been pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm.
My dude, he pulled a Dan Orlovsky last night to lose the game. It's being very friendly referred to as took a safety to lose the game, but he ran out of the back of the end zone to lose the game.
Yes. Yeah. He took an Orlovsky.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He's not getting that treatment, but although I guess if it's known as the Orlovsky, Dan is still getting it. It doesn't really matter.
All right.
That's tough.
All right, so we're workshopping this poll question.
I mean, you have, let's see, you take the Chiefs and the Bills off, right? But you still have the Chargers and Broncos. They might be on there. Okay. The Steelers, Texans, Eagles are out, but the Commanders are in. The Seahawks, Cardinals.
There's a lot of teams on there.
Vikings, yeah. There's a lot of potentially bad, good teams.
Dolphins, good, bad team. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Now you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a good, bad team.
Good, bad team. Yeah. But we're not doing it. We're doing a bad, good team.
Yeah, we can do the best bad team again. Okay. We've done that. Maybe we should update that from earlier in the season.
I think it's my Dolphins there. They looked good yesterday.
They played the Patriots.
And?
Patriots are terrible. The Patriots are horrible.
Oh, now they're terrible. You're right. Okay. But these are the pesky Patriots. They could take down anybody. Yes, Todd?
Where do the Chargers go on the bad, good team list if they were to win, especially convincingly at home against the Ravens tonight and get to 8-3? What do we think of the Chargers at that point?
Yeah, I think the Chargers are a good team.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm
all in.
You're in on the Chargers.
They're not great, but they're a better than people think team.
I refuse to buy into it right now.
Ball to the balls?
Yeah. They're like a rom-com where you go, I'm not going to like this. I don't want to watch it. I kind of know how it ends. The Chargers are my rom-com.
How to lose a guy in 10 days?
Yeah. How to lose a playoff game. And
Love Actually?
Yeah. Playoffs Actually?
It's a great movie, actually.
Is it?
It is. That is a very good movie.
Yeah. Great's a tough word.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is it Goodfellas great? No, but that's a damn good movie.
Love Actually.
That's a good movie.
Okay. Marvin, your Niners look great in Green Bay. Congratulations.
Huh?
Yeah. They got a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they didn't play yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, they technically played.
Yeah.
They just didn't play well.
Here is the Niners head coach, Kyle Shanahan.
I'm really not concerned right now about how many guys we missed today. We don't play good enough, so that's not a factor. But when you are missing some guys, you do have to be better. And when you have those penalties, when we didn't stop the run like we did, and then having those 3 turnovers in the second half, that's how you get embarrassed.
Green Bay's defense, they were ready for Christian McCaffrey. I know you don't have Trent Williams there. And although Jordan Love, he was trying to give it back a couple of times there. In fact, Tom Brady even said it. I mean, he's putting it out there for you to go get it. And San Francisco wasn't able to really do anything. Josh Jacobs, we talk about running backs. The running back market, we've devalued the running back market. And after Saquon Barkley over 300 all-purpose yards last night, Josh Jacobs over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry has almost 1,200 yards in 11 games. I don't know if we rethink that position, but all 3 of these guys were free agents, where their team said, we're not going to pony up that money. And you have certain teams, these are playoff caliber teams, that still know you need to have a dangerous, or at least a respected running back. If not 2 of those running backs. They have proven that. And, even go back to Kansas City. When they had Isaiah Pacheco, I mean, nobody runs harder than that dude. That's a 7th-round pick, and I don't know if they're going to pay him when his contract is up, but you needed to have that running back to be able to get tough yards or at least give you the impression that play action is real. And you're seeing that now. With Saquon Barkley, he's helping Jalen Hurts. Josh Jacobs has been great. And then you throw in Derrick Henry as well. But the game coming up tonight, the Chargers getting 2.5 against the Ravens.